up after the break, we speak to Sri Lanka's President Mahinda Rajapaksa in his first international interview since the end of the country's civil war. He outlines the challenges of uniting a war-torn nation. Stay with 101 East. Welcome back to 101 East. This week we are in Sri Lanka as the nation celebrates its first anniversary after the end of the near 30-year civil war. Speaking exclusively to us now is President Mahinda Rajapaksa. Sir, thank you very much for joining us. 1 year on after declaring victory over the Tamil Tigers, how do you think your country is doing?
Now people are moving freely to north, from north to south, from south to north. So people are mixing. So they do their businesses. People are getting used to each other. They have started to trust each other. So this is the only process that we can depend on.
But a year on, you may have ended the war. Some people, though, are saying that you have not actually addressed the grievances that started the war in the first place. The Tamil community still feels marginalized. How do you go about addressing such issues?
I don't agree with that, because some politicians are making this issue, or some NGOs. Now, if you go to the camps, and if you ask them, what do you want first? They will say, I want my house back. I want a job. I want to educate my children. They will not ask for anything else. So, first what we must do is, we must resettle all these people. Give them the facilities. Give them the things that are enjoyed by others in the south. Why not? So, let them enjoy that first. Then the people will, now they have elected their own representatives to parliament, to provincial councils. So let them, now we can discuss with them. We can have a dialogue.
What do you then say to the Tamil diaspora that are overseas that say you are not doing anything for the Tamil community?
Unfortunately, this is the problem, because they don't want to come back to Sri Lanka. They are enjoying them. They have never visited Jaffna. They have never visited beyond Colombo, I would say, to the north. They don't know the problems of the people. They have not met the people. They have not discussed with them. Now I am meeting the common man, whether in Jaffna or in Trincomalee or Bachito. When I go, I speak to the ordinary people, to masses. But find out from these people whether they have been to Jaffna, whether they have gone to Kilinochchi.
You now have Tamil groups who say that they want representation. You have Tamil politicians who say that they want bigger representation of the community. How can you trust these people?
I will trust them. I trust them. They have to trust us also. I trust them. So that's why I call them for a dialogue with me. Otherwise I won't have. Because I know that most of these politicians who supported the Tiger movement, the terrorists, they represented them in parliament. But now it's up to us. So we have called them. They have to come back. They must understand our difficulties also.
Which are?
So I think the government difficulties. And they must compromise. They have to compromise. I mean, we are ready to compromise. Because for me, whether they are Tamil, Muslim or Sinhalese, is immaterial.
You inherited this long drawn-out war. You ended this war. Do you think, in your mind, was it inevitable to lose that many civilian lives, especially towards the end of the war?
I deny it, because we never killed any civilians.
You can categorically, confidently say that the Sri Lankan army never targeted civilians.
No.
How sure are you? How can you be that sure? It's a war.
It's a war, it's all right, but the way the people came to this side, to the government controlled areas, you can see otherwise, if Sri Lankan army acted in a different way against the civilians, they would have never trusted us. They would have walked into our camps. They just walked into our camps, 300,000 people. So that shows that our army, they trusted our army. They trusted our army. Otherwise, they would have walked in. I mean, this is why I am saying this.
If you are so confident that the Sri Lankan army did not commit any crimes or war crimes during the conflict, why not allow for an independent body to come in and make their own independent investigation?
This is the internal matter. I mean, I don't want my internal matters to be inquired by any other country or any other NGOs. So we will look after that. That's why I have appointed a commission. So if there is any violation, we will see.